Hi guys, Murph here for some of my Throwback Thursday videos. This time it's a live playthrough of a classic arcade game, Ironman Stewart's Off-Road Racer. Now, this is a game that takes me way back. It's another game that came on my dad's original PC that we got in the early 90s, much like Indy 500, which I've already done a video on. This is in the same vein. As you can probably already tell from this little demo that plays in the background, that it's very similar to the old, very arcadey. It's definitely not a sim. It's one of these top-down races. Although you could probably compare it to a bit of RC racing if you think of it that way. Anyway, we'll crack on with a wee run through. Now, I will do more of a condensed video. I'll share a link in the description, and it'll also be at the end of the video for a short, more of a quick highlights video, bit more on the same tune as the old Indy 500 video I did. Anyway, we will quickly add my name. I'll just go law, seeing you've only got, like a true arcade game back in the day, you've only got 3 characters to put in. Not sure why that was, but it is what it is. I won't bother putting my actual date. I'll just put random. I'm born in the 40s. Now, you can choose your country: USA, Italy, Germany, Britain, France, Japan, Canada, or Australia. Being a Kiwi, there's no New Zealand flag on there, so I think I'll just go with the Australian. It's close enough. They claim all of us Kiwis. Now, no pissing around, you jump straight into it. Now, one of the early races you do are quite a lot easier. You do have to win every race, otherwise you will get knocked out, or you do get a couple of credits to start off with, but once you burn through those, you have to win every race, like a normal arcade game. Now, between each race, when we get to it, you do upgrade your truck. You don't need to worry about that terribly much early on, but it is something you have to keep in mind. Now, as you can see, there's obviously power-ups, money, that sort of thing. You got nitro boosts and money that gets dropped on the ground during the race, and that can add, obviously, nitro, give you an extra boost. The money gets added to your kitty for upgrading your truck. Well, this will come up in a second. There you go. So as you can see, I've got 2 credits. Those credits can be used if you lose races, so you don't really want to burn through them. If you want, you can use them to give you an extra 200k in this, but if you use it for that extra 200k, you'll end up not having those lifelines. So, because you don't need the upgrades early on, I tend to not like to use up the credits. Now, the biggest thing to start off with that you need, you've got obviously speed. That makes sense. Acceleration only really matters off the line when you start a race, so that's the last thing we'll do. Top speed, shocks, and tyres are all about the same in terms of how important they are. Tyres obviously give you the grip, the shocks stop the truck from bouncing over the bumps and jumps in it, and the speed, well, that makes sense, it's just how fast you go. Now, to start off with, I'll just do a mixture of shocks and tyres. I want the grip. As we move on, probably the next round, I'll look at upgrading the top speed, but we'll see how much money I get before I do that. So we'll crack on for the next race. Now, you have 2 tracks to start off with. You do one race, or you do both races in both directions, both tracks in both directions, before you get a new track. And then from then on, every time you go for a run for each track, at the end of it, you get a new track. So, bugger, just going to miss out on that money. Now, we have to use up some nitro boost, because this grey truck, I think it's that Ironman Stewart, is putting a bit of pressure on at the moment. Oh, there we go, it's some cash for me, 20k. That helps. It's only 4 lap races, so nice and short, around the minute mark. Bit of boost because he's just putting a bit of pressure on me. Should get the win now. Too easy. So as I was saying, what you do is you do both the two starter tracks. You do them in both directions first. You do the first 4 races, and then on the 5th one you get a new track. And then you run through those 3 tracks once, and then you get a new track after that. So it just slowly builds up. Now I can't remember off the top of my head if I've ever got to the top tracks, to the best tracks. But anyway, we will. I think we'll go for. We'll bump up the tyres a bit more. We'll get it up to 4 bar 5. We've definitely got plenty of grip. Probably lacking the horsepower, so I may need to use the nitro boost to make up for it. Well, as no one gets that. As you can see, I've got probably more grip than that grey Ironman Stewart truck, but he's definitely got more power. Music's a bit interesting, good old 80s music. Oh, we're not going to get that bunch of money. Now, once you you can buy nitro boosts if you start to run out, although I try to pick it up in the early stages rather than buying it. I also don't really want to drop below about 10 on the nitro, because you're going to need a few to give you a bit of a kick up the pants. Just to make sure he doesn't beat you. Now, I could upgrade some of the other stuff, but I think I will go for the power now. It's getting a bit of a struggle, and I'll give myself an extra nitro boost just to be on the safe side. We'll have a second run through of this track. Hopefully, we'll get a boost to get ahead of him. We win this, we'll look at a new track. I definitely need a bit more power, I'm thinking. Unfortunately the blue truck's going to get the money. Lap 3, I won't worry about boosting till the 3rd lap. I'm going to get that money at least. Tight around the corner. If I was a bit closer, I would have boosted to try and get that extra cash, but oh shoot, that's not what I need. So I'm going to have to really hit the nitros. So I burnt through more nitros than I really wanted, but you have to do it to get the win. Anyway, if you're enjoying it, while I'm doing this, if you're enjoying it, please hit the old like and subscribe button. I always very much appreciate it. I'm going to try and get out a retro racing game once a week, every Thursday, for the next few months. Get for a few of my old classics, gives me a chance to show off some of the games I used to play, gives me a chance to play them, bring back old memories. Anyway, we'll jump up the top speed there, and then we'll also get some more nitro boost. See, I've burnt through it. Now this figure 8 track we're about to do, from memory serves me correctly, it was quite an easy one to win because in the early stages, because the fast guys keep getting stuck on this hill in the crossover. Now the danger is collecting the other trucks. There's at least twice it gets a bit tight. As you can see there, the blue could have caused all sorts of issues there. Get past the yellow, we'll lap the yellow. I was hoping that would spawn a bit further on so I would get it. This is not looking very good for me getting much money, and that's not going to help my chances of winning. The blue hits me and it really sends me into a place I didn't want to be. We'll get that nitro, back up to 15, back up to where I like it. We'll take the easy win. So, and we get 40 grand bonus right at the end. That makes things a bit easier. That makes it a bit better. Now I probably won't use it on the nitro boost. I've got 15. I will just go straight back into there, into the top speed. We'll max out the tyres. And then as you can see, we've just done a new track, so we're back to the beginning of the rotation. We'll get on to the very first track again. Now a little thing I used to do as a kid, because I'd play these games a lot, is I'd try and do races where I just clip the flags each time and make the flags bounce out. Not like that, but just not like that. And we'll get it eventually, like that, although I do miss the money there because of being trying to show off and trying to show what I used to do. But anyway, yeah, they seem to be spawning in the same spot, but I've got this win looking pretty easy for now. Now it gets to the point towards the end where you quite literally have to boost on every straight. You have to use the nitro on every straight to win, and you have to be perfect. You can't make mistakes. Right now we got the luxury of just being able to cruise. We'll rotate round, we'll do 100, we might as well boost up the top speed. Now we'll get through this track. I should get an easy one here, although I always used to struggle a little bit getting through this section. You could nail it like that, or if you got it wrong, it was a real killer. Now he is staying with me a lot more this time, so I'm just going to have to be mindful. I may need to use up a couple of those nitros just to get the win. Didn't quite nail it through the water, through the little water traps there. We're going to get that nitro boost, that's a bonus. But he's going to get the lead, so I may need to use those 2 nitros up. In fact, I will, just to make sure I get there. We'll nail it through there. I'll get the 3, so I'm actually still 1 up on the nitros, and I'll get the win. That's first place and 160 grand. So, because I can get 2 suspension for that, I think I'll nip down and do that. Oh, sorry, it's 60. I thought it was 80. So I'll get 2, and I'll just leave the money in the bank, so I can hopefully finish both of those off this time. So back at the figure 8 on the reverse direction, still pretty easy to win in comparison to the other ones, I reckon. You see, I've got a good lead. Got the little danger being taken out, but I should be right. Although, as you can see, a bit tight through there. Pick up 20k while I was on that lap. Should be able to get the easy win again. I'll even go for the nitros. That's another extra couple of nitros for myself. Lap the blue car. Miss out on those nitros. Now, a little trick when you have a lead this good, you go to where all the bonuses were. Make sure you get them. There's another 4 nitros. So now I'm getting a bit of credits on those nitros, so I don't feel so worried about spending them if I'm losing. 170k, so it allows me to get both the shocks and the top speed. So all I've got is acceleration to go, and then I'll use all my money up on the nitros. Now this track was hard, but has a little shortcut through there. I may need to start using some boosts on this track to get to stay in the lead. Although he's had a bit of drama getting up that hill. There's a nitro popped up, so I will be able to get that one I used up back. I can just cruise to victory now by the looks of things. It's a nice easy one. Fortunately, he steals the old cash there. Oh, now the other trick I used to do, I'm not game to try it now, is I used to, if something spawned just behind me and I had like a lap's lead, like I just lapped everyone, but if I had something spawn just behind me and I had a big lead, I'd turn around and go get it and then continue on. Not quite game enough to do it when I haven't played it for years, so we'll just give that a miss. Alright, we'll upgrade the acceleration. We're back to the beginning of the cycle again. Get across a few bumps. So he's giving me a good run for my money here. I'm gonna may have to use the boost. I'll get that. Oh, I'm gonna make. Oh shoot! I'm paying for going for that money now, aren't I? I'm gonna have to use up these boosts because I don't really want to use up my credits this early on, because it will get harder. Now, I'm not sure if I want to use any more boosts. I missed that. Might just use one down this final straight just to make sure. There we go. Got the win. Too easy. Not even close to my record though. I think that was me and giving it a wee test just before I did this video, just to get the controls going. I thought, why not try do a race, everything maxed out, and just boost the whole race and see how fast I can go. I think from memory I did one track in about all 4 laps in about 30 seconds just by boosting the whole time. Now you can see he's starting to put a bit of pressure on me for the win, so lap 3, 2 to go, or starting lap 3 on the second to last lap. I did get a better run through those paddling pools there, those couple of little indents in the road that are filled with water. Get a couple more nitros, almost back to where I was before the last race. We'll get another solid win. Wish real sim racing was this easy. I'd be a multi-time world GT Sport champion and things like that. Excuse me. Anyway, we can get 2 more of those. We're only 1 away from being maxed out. Got the nice easy track that you generally find it quite hard to lose. Well, he is showing a bit of pace this race. He is catching up to me. Quite an easy track to win on. Already lapping 4th place, the yellow truck. Catching the blue truck. I'll get this nitro boost. Hopefully the next one spawns in a decent spot for me. Nope. Blue truck gets it. Seeing he's struggling, I'm just going to wait and see if any more boosts come up. Oh god, he's really taking the piss trying to get up there. Nah, that's not going to be in my ballpark, so I'll get the finish, get the win. Let them unlap themselves. So I should have a fully upgraded truck now. Bang. Now, I could spam the shit out of this, but there's a danger. If I get to zero cash, and I hit it one more time, it'll go into my credits, and I'll go down to 1 credit. So I'm not gonna bash it now. I'm just gonna leave it. I'll get down to like 40 or 30k and just leave it, so I don't risk losing a credit, because those credits are important. And see, this one looks like it'll be another easy win. I was tempted to turn around there, but I probably don't need to take those risks now. They've got a fully upgraded truck. Oh, I'll go around the outside because I buggered up the corner. And even this race, even the grey truck isn't even leading. So that's how easy it is at the moment on this race. I won't take the risky parts of the track. Now, with the nitro, you can get to 99 and then you're maxed out. So, no, don't tempt fate. I was about to go back and get that one, but I would have been pushing it. I would have got there about now, so I would have been under a bit of pressure. So I don't need the money, I just need to get to the finish. Another win. We'll get that down to 40k. And we get another new track. Now this one I've always found a lot harder to win at, because it's very hard to get. There's only a couple of places it's really safe to boost, and it's easy to overturn at that point. And I think sometimes the game glitches out when you're coming through here, and if you get too tight, it doesn't count your lap. Lucky it's counting them this time, although I don't have the lead. Well, I just lost the lead. And it's so tempting to boost there, but it's so easy to bugger it up if you do. Just boost a couple of different points on the track. Get the easy win. Now, that last corner he's really quick in as well, so it's easy for you to go around there thinking you've got it, and he suddenly sneaks up the inside and he beats you to the line. Anyway, we'll bump that up, get to about 50, stop again. We'll get back to the start of the rotation. Up to 64 nitro, so that shouldn't be too much to worry about if I need to boost during the race. In fact, I might boost a couple of times a lap in this from now on, just to make sure. I'm still going to gain nitros at the end of the race. I pick up one there, so that does bring me back a bit more positive. Not going to get that set. Getting a bit too close for comfort. He's within a straight of me. We'll just make sure I get the win. Move on to the next round. Too easy, Lambeezy. Where are we? Get it back down to about 50 and go again. And this, because he tends to go better at this track than the previous one, I tend to make more mistakes. I'm going to boost a fair bit more often than before in the last race. Pretty much every straight until I've got a good lead. If I keep doing stuff like that, I won't get a good lead. In fact, I'm not going to take any chances. Just in case I bugger it up, which I don't. I get through it and get the easy win with all that boosting. So yeah, had to use them up here. It would be too much of a risk, and I made a mistake not to use up those nitros. The last thing I want to do is have plenty of nitro left in the tank and I lose a credit. Now this track I can't. Oh shoot! This track generally I can lay off the boost. You can see they take poor lines through some of the corners. This one being a bit easier. Oh, I may have missed out on that 20k. Oh shit, I'm going to have to start using the boost here. Just to be sure. Especially with stuff like that going on. Oh, that's helped me out. That's helped me out big time. Ah, crap. Getting a bit tight. That was closer than I was expecting. I stopped talking because I was like, shit. I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna throw it away. Got there in the end though. Back to this one. This direction I think is a wee bit harder than the other direction. As you can see, he's already pulling out to a bit of a lead, but we'll take the shortcut. Won't worry about the money because he seems to be quick. And I'll make a mistake like that. I'll go for the money, see I've got a bit of a lead. You can see why sometimes it's a bit risky going for the money and for the nitros because it's easy to make a mistake. Although I've got a good lead now, I can try and do stuff, although he has caught up a wee bit there from my mistakes. I've just had to boost to get a bit more of a gap. Yeah, so that's another easy one. Now this is about the stage I always used to get to as a kid. Unlike the indie game where I got really proficient and got way better than I am now, I probably find this game easier as an adult, which is weird because this has got more arcadey physics. It's more kiddie. And the Indy 500 game was a bit more anal and a bit more, it's just hardcore sim stuff. But as a kid, I found the hardcore sim stuff easier and this stuff harder. So, go figure. How does that work? Well, we'll get a good jump. This is the track. Oh, I just get bumped out of the way and I go the wrong way. I've got to make up a fair bit of time and I'm making an absolute mirror of this one. So I don't think I'll win this one, but I'll try and boost my way back to him. Not going to win now. Oh well, that's why you keep the credits up your sleeve. See, boosting can sometimes kill you. And that's a credit used up. Oh well, that's why you keep them in the bank. I only got one lifeline left and then I have to win everything. Press A to continue. I'll get that out of the way. Use up some of that cash. We'll go racing again. And onto a new track. Now this one is another one of those hard ones. Only a couple of spots you can really boost. Now I'm not gonna worry about the nitros every chance I get. That's safe. I'm gonna nitro from now on all tracks, just to make sure. Because as I say, I'm not pulling away even with using these nitros up as much as I would like to be safe. I'm getting a bit of coin. I'm only going to use 8 of these up realistically, and I'm going to have been way more money than that. Although I could probably save them now. I am home free and across the line for the win. I was hoping to keep that extra credit a lot further on, but now I'm going to have to use it up. Not restarting this. That'd be cheating. But you never know, I could go clean the rest of the way. Excuse me. Famous last words though. Trying to pull that off. This music always cracks me up. The old school gaming music. Probably annoying to all the younger ones who've never heard this, but for those who grew up playing games in this era, it's like liquid. It's like, well, no, it's like air. It's like an ear orgasm for a gamer from the 80s and 90s. This sort of music. Anyway, we'll get the easy win here. 466, so still 10 seconds off. That shows how much faster I can go if I just go nitro, 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 nitro. Literally every second I can. I pretty much spam the A button, which gives you nitros. Anyway, we're just about maxed out on the nitros. Do one off the line just to get a gap. As you can see, I'm going to have to work for this one. It's that middle section that's easy, that potholes, those ditches right through here, it's easy to make a mistake, especially in this direction. I need to just keep boosting to get as much of a gap as possible. Although I got through it good that time, so I should be safe. I will be safe unless I make a mistake. Got the win. Yeah, the way I see it, there's no point not using up all the nitros, and then losing the game. Now this is probably the only one I can probably be a bit conservative on now, on the nitro usage. But I might not be okay. I'm just not sure. Get 10k there. Now if you are enjoying this video, feel free to hit the old like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want more playthroughs like this. I'm definitely going to do more highlights of more short 10-15 minute videos of classic games. But if you're enjoying this, let me know in the comments if you like to see more of these straight playthroughs, unbroken with live commentary. If you do enjoy it. Anyway, got another 130k. I should be able to really pump this up. Almost probably maxed out now. How close am I? 7 away. We'll see how many I can get away with. That's not a good start for that, but I can sneak through the shortcut, boosted up the hill, and I got the lead. Although I probably wasted a second nitro there because I did it into the wall. Now I got a decent lead, another 20k, that's a nice little bonus there. This game was obviously developed and designed based on the popular in the late 80s, early 90s, the old Mickey Thompson Stadium off-road trucks. Trying to do the same. Oh shit. Definitely need a boost now. But yeah, this game was obviously trying to run on the coattails of the popular stadium truck racing, the Mickey Thompson series, that kind of emulated Supercross, taking the off-road racing into the stadiums. But unfortunately, unlike Supercross, it didn't work as well with the trucks. It just didn't seem to last as long, and you always face it with big trucks and cars, tight confounds like a stadium. It's just too tight, too small. Even drifting, which is used on real short circuits, I just don't think it works in small confined spaces like a stadium. It needs to be on big tracks. Anyway, so we've maxed out the nitro, so we can just go nuts. This is the track I lost at last time, so I'm going to be very careful about where I boost. There's only a couple of spots I really want to. There and there, although I did boost an extra one there. Definitely don't want to there. But he's just putting too much pressure on me. I'm having to boost more than I really would like to. Oh, you bastard! Have to spam it now. Should be safe. Yeah, the yellow truck tried taking me out, so I had to spam the nitro to try and beat him. Just to make sure. We've got one more track, so at least definitely get a new track to try. Guaranteed. Because I will got that credit to burn in this after this race. That's how you get to the front. You spam the shitzer out of it. Problem is when you start nitroing, it's hard to be accurate with your steering. At least I'll get a bit of money from this one. I'll pay for some of these nitros. Paul, that got a bit tight at the end. He got a bit close to me. Oh, well. Anyway, new track time. Now, from memory, this is a real pig of a track. Yep. Easy to not quite get your lines quite where you need them. You can see, nasty bumps, you get the lines wrong. There's not really many places to safely nitro. Oh, I thought... Sorry, I shut up there because I was concentrating. And I've blown it. I thought I've... Oh, well. I thought I had it. I got too confident. I blew it again. So there goes my last credit. Got to be perfect now. Can't make those mistakes. Last credit used up. I'm going to spam the shit out of the nitros from now on. I've got to make sure I win. Probably don't need to quite spam it quite like that. Though I might just do it for this race just to see how quick I can get through it. And I've won this race multiple times. This is an easy one. Especially I'm about to lap them on lap 3. Let's see if I can beat my record. And across the line a 37.8. And a 37.1 was my record. Oh well. Move on to the next one. I don't know how much lemon boost I use up there, but it would have been a ton. I'm still at 64, so I'm probably going to have to be a wee bit careful. Absolutely nailed the start there for boost right at the right moment. Couple of boosts there, one boost there. That's the danger of this track. That little section, because it's at the end of the lap, although I've got a reprieve there. I can't quite get it right. Got a reprieve there as he struggled to get up the jump. Just a couple of nitro boosts just to be on the safe side. Getting a bit too close for comfort. I'll get the win there. Bam the shit out of it. Now hopefully I can... This is the... as I've said before, this is the track that I can probably be a bit conservative with the nitro boosts. Because of the 4 lines they take. Yeah, I haven't used one yet, and I've gone from a bit behind them to the lead in the end pretty easily. So he's going to get the money. I think I may need to use 1 or 2 on the last lap just to be sure. Yeah, it's going to be too close for comfort if I don't use any. Get that 40k, that's going to be handy for that nitro production. So I've just got a bad feeling I'm not going to get through another round. I'll definitely keep plugging away. I've just got a feeling that I'm just going to make a mistake under the pressure. Bottle it, as they say. And we'll get out to lead and we'll try and conserve the nitros on this race. And I've got a good lead already. Might just use 1 or 2 of them up as I go up the hill. Get the lead from the shortcut. He is staying with me, isn't he? At least I've got to be picking up a bit of money because we're all staying pretty close to each other. Oh, how did I miss that? I won't worry about it. I'm going to have to be mindful of how I finish. Mindful of how close he gets. And I'm going to have to really be... Made that a bit too tight for comfort. I had the boosts on the last couple of corners because I missed the shortcut. Such a tight squeeze. We got there in the end. So I'll boost the shit out of it. And this is one of the bogey tracks. This is a bit of a smoky, especially in this direction. Big thing is I've got to remember not to use the boost off that jump because it doesn't land straight. That was weird. I hit a brick wall. Oh, made a bit of a blue at that last corner but still got the win, so I'll take that. Also probably think I built up my nitro. I don't think I used 10 in that race. I definitely got an extra couple thrown in there, but not quite up to max yet. Anyway, another one of those tracks that's going to be a bit interesting. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a bit more quiet as these races go on because it's getting harder. Oh, that got a bit tight. Yeah, it's getting a bit harder. As you can tell, my voiceover is not quite as good as it was at the start because I'm having to concentrate that much more. And now it's this tough one. I actually can't even picture the track that comes after this because, as I say, I wasn't the greatest as a kid. I did have a wee bit of a play before I started this video, but I definitely only did 2 or 3 races, so I don't know what comes after this track. I just vaguely remember some of the courses, although it seems a wee bit easier in this direction, although hopefully I don't speak too soon. I spoke too soon. Over the scoreboard. Definitely spoke too soon. And I think I'm done. Oh, come on. All I can do is boost the shit out of it. That did not end up the way I wanted it to. Oh well, that looks like it's me done. It looks like even the grey car's not going to win this one. Well, that didn't quite go the way I hoped. I hoped I'd get to at least one more race. But I think I'll call it there for the video. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. please hit the old like and subscribe button if you do. Please hit me up in the comments, especially if you want to let me know if you want me to do more of these live playthroughs of these old classic games. But I will be putting out shorter videos, more shareable videos as well. But anyway, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you for the next one. Ciao!